Well, good afternoon everybody. It is another truly miserable afternoon. It has not stopped raining since about 11 o'clock this morning, so we haven't really got on with a great deal today. But what we are going to do, we're just going to jump into our John Deere here. We're still going to go for a bit of a drive. We're going to take we've got a load of wheat in the back of the trailer here. We're going to take this on down to our grain store. Primarily we had a little bit left in the trailer, so we topped up with what we've got in the tank, and they've given us a good price for it this time, so we'll get that done. It gives us a nice little opportunity to test out how good the John Deere is on the road, which is something I always like to find out. So yeah, let's get it on its way, and then I'm going to do a few little yard tasks later on this afternoon, I think, just to try and keep myself out of mischief. We took the power harrow off the back of here just to have a little bit of a play with it. The fence is and the New Holland actually both parked up. It's too wet to get on with any groundwork at the moment, so they're back in the yard waiting, and Barry's kind of fiddling around in the workshop doing a few kind of little jobs he has to do. A bit of fabrication work here and there, so he's keeping himself busy. And David's just servicing up his tractor, and then we'll probably be calling it a day there. So yeah, not one of the best days. Really frustrating when we get days like this, to be honest. Particularly now when we've got lots to do. I'd love to be cracking on, but that is how it goes at the moment. There's not much more we can do. We can't control the rain. We managed to get another field drilled there. We've got the field down in the valley there is ploughed all but the headlands, just so we can get in there. That's ready to go. So we've made some progress. We keep kind of working hard in and around the weather when it permits, but it's never easy. Let's just say that. But we'll keep pushing through. We're going to head on up here, we'll get this tipped out, and then we'll look to see how we're doing. Looks like we've got someone else coming this way. Yeah, he's doing odd jobs as well, by looks things. Nothing else he can do these days other than just cart things around and do a bit of road work if you got it to do. I think we're always getting a bit fed up of not being able to get on the ground. Or when you can get on the ground, you get a start and then it's immediately pulled away again. Is stopped by the rain or whatever it may be. So far I'm liking this tractor. I think this is a nice one. This is definitely one of the favourites at the moment. We are due to demonstrate a case Optum, so kind of the next model up from the current CVX we have at the moment, the Puma. So we'll see what that one's like. I'm kind of swaying away from case at the moment. Nothing wrong with them, I just find there are a few better options out there. No, I don't know if I'll go John Deere or Fendt, but we'll have to see. I do really like the what I'm receiving with the Fendt at the moment, the 1050. Obviously we wouldn't go for another 1050. At best it might be a 720. At very best it might even be something a little bit lower, maybe a 500 series, I don't know, but we'll have to have a look, see it. I just do like those machines. They're a solid piece of equipment, they really are, and they're doing me very well at the moment, so we might look to see what they can do for me, but we're just kind of testing out the opposition really at the moment, see what they've got going, see how they can help, and see if they've got anything attractive really. What you got to do, you got to see what will work, what won't work, what you like. It's not just me as well. David will be driving it for the most part, so we need something that he's comfortable in, something he enjoys. That's also paramount. Okay, so we'll just head out. We'll get that sheet unwrapped off the back of the trailer, and then we'll be able to get this tipped up. And so here we go. We're tipping it out through the grain door. They often ask for that here, rather than out the hole, just open up the rear door. That's just about done there. It's looking good. This trailer wants a bit of a wash actually, the closer you look at it. Oh, well, it's getting a bit of a wash down in the rain, if nothing else. Excellent stuff. So we'll shoot on out once that's fully closed itself down there, and we'll get ourselves back on the way. Well, it's going to be a little bit tight. We'll just have to put a little cut into there, make sure we get all the way around. That's better. Excellent stuff. So we're going to head on back up to the yard here. Once we get up there, we'll have a look at what we're going to be getting up to. But I think there's a little bit of muck we can try and shift. Hopefully it's not going to be too wet. But we need to see if we can get on top of that. But yeah, we'll head on back up to the yard and we'll reassess from up there. Well, here we are. That doesn't take too long to get back. What we are going to do is just fling this right around the corner and put on the old muck trailer, well, the new muck trailer, really. This is new to us, I think. It's really going to be the first time it's properly being used, which is always nice. It's always nice to get out a new toy you've bought for the first time. However, somewhat disappointing that it's taken us a while to get to it, but then I guess that's the time of year that we actually found it. Not a lot's going to happen really with a dump trailer when I'm in the middle of harvest. We might just cut ourselves along a little bit more, give us a bit more space to crack in with. That's looking better. Lovely stuff. So we'll just jump out, get this hooked back off. Excellent, and we're going to take the little trailer in the corner here. Okay, tucked nicely out the way. Hopefully we can still get into it. Now the reason I like this really, we've got a good suspension on there. When we're loading muck, it can get quite heavy and move around quite a bit. But we've also got some nice flotation tyres on here as well, which will mean any load that we've got on there, if we try and take it onto wet ground, for example, it's not really gonna, well, it won't cause as much of a mess, hopefully. That's the end game. And so we're gonna try and lead a couple loads of muck out at least. The cattle have, I've been storing it on a little hard pack around the corner. But that's getting a little bit full, and there's the idea we could do with scraping out the shed again. So we'll get the JCB ready first, because that needs to be put into the kind of corner bit first. And what we'll do is come in here. You see we've got this little pile here that we could do with shifting, and then we've also got that bit over there. I'll get this shut. So yeah, that's what we'll get done today. So first things first, we'll bring the JCB in, which is, as always, is actually not there today. It is down in the fertilizer shed. So I'll go and collect that, and we'll get up and running. Okie dokie. So let's see what trouble we can get ourselves into here, shall we? We'll just reverse ourselves back. Like I say, we'll hit this little heap here first, get this out of the way. We'll try one load. You never know. It might just be too wet, but we'll see. See how it all goes. And what we might try and do is get the back end of the trailer reversed around that corner of the shed, I think. That's probably going to be the best idea. So let's see how this pans out. I'll keep leaving that door open. That's not ideal. There we go. Okay, back we go. This is quite a short trailer though, so it does slowly kind of, well, it's quite responsive to steering when you're reversing, but then it'll slowly whip away from you as well. But no, it seems to be handling and behaving itself so far. There we go. Perfect. Alright, and let's see how this one loads up, shall we? When I first started with this telehandler here, I wasn't too sure about the articulated telehandlers, but the more you use it, the more you start to realise how good it is. I don't know how I'd handle without one, if I'm honest now. Perhaps a little bit more weight on the back end wouldn't be the worst of options. There are times where if you're lifting any heavy bales or any wet wheat, for example, and you're loading it into a dryer or into the trailer, it gets a little bit light on the back end, but it's... I really do like having the Arctic options these days. Like for now, for example, we're just a little bit light on the back end, but which does kind of provide somewhat of an issue when I'm trying to steer. But ultimately, yeah, it's not all that bad. And we'll tip this here. Oh, there we go. It's about all we're going to get in there, I think. Lovely stuff. Well, let's have a look, see where we can get rid of this, shall we? If I just jump out of here. I think we're going to go up the hill with this. So we jump in. The question is, quite where can we go? There we go. I believe what we might go and have a look at is if we take this up to field 12, I think. Tip it into there. It's not going to get spread anytime soon, like in terms of this season. We're going to leave it. And then we might tackle it in the... I haven't decided yet with the weather if we're going to drill it as winter barley or if we're going to leave it and put spring barley in there. If you put spring barley in, there's a chance if the weather's good to us next spring, we might be able to get on the fields and spread that before we plough it in, which might be our best option. So we'll just nip up the hill and we'll get this spread. Quite a bit of weight on here, it's slowing the tractor down a touch. Really lugging this down. On our left here, this has now been drilled. We could have really rolled it before the rain came, but it just didn't let us get on there, which is annoying. But yeah, happy to have that all drilled up at least. Now we have put some spring barley, so it's nice. Oh, spring barley, beg your pardon, winter barley. So it's nice to have that drilled up. Like I mentioned earlier, we are slowly cutting away on our list of things to do. Okay, so hopefully the only thing we want to look out for is that it's not too wet when we get into here. Otherwise we're going to start to really make a mess. Okay, that's perfect, and we're just going to tip it along the hedgerow here. Up it goes. That's perfect. And away we go. Well, it doesn't look like we're making too much of a mess there, which is relieving. We're gonna just push on. We're gonna make a few more loads here, and then we'll come back up with another trip. See what we can get done. Right then folks, welcome back. We have just been fiddling on here, getting a few more loads in and out. And we're going to continue on for the rest of this dreary afternoon, trying to keep ourselves dry really. That's the aim of the game today, sadly. So we'll keep pushing ahead. This is going to be a short one because, yeah, it's just so wet and fiddly. Hopefully this rain's going to stop soon and we can carry on. But we will see. So until then, we'll leave it here. But thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to give this a like if you have enjoyed it. If you haven't, give it a thumbs down. And also don't forget to drop a comment as well. Let me know where you're watching from. If you are a new subscriber, and there are a few of you out there, so firstly thank you very much for joining. But yeah, if you're a new subscriber, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And also, like I say, drop me a comment, let me know where you're watching from, because I like to build up a bit of a kind of a base of where everyone is, so we can kind of really get a visual idea of what's going on here. So like I said, I'm trying to figure out a way in which I can make something special for that. So do keep an eye out for that in the coming weeks and months. But until then, like I say, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Until we meet again, hopefully you stay dry, hopefully you stay safe, and enjoy what you're doing. But most importantly, happy farming.